Hey guys, this is Sarah with Raven's Crochet. Welcome back to my channel. Here's Raven, my furry feline. Look at her new little winter cape that I got for her. Isn't it cute? I know December is over. Look, it's got little antlers on it. But it is like Arctic cold here. We've got some mean weather that just came in. It is like 22 degrees. Feels like it's in the mid-teens right now. Got some nasty weather that came in, so I'm hibernating, and I'm finally doing a giveaway for those Furls crochet hooks that are wrapped in the hook case that I made. If you haven't seen it already yet, go to my page, click on my picture, and go scroll over to the right where it says community. Click on the community page and the pattern is right there for you. I've got it all typed up, ready to go. And I'm going to show you the one that I made. It's okay, baby. She looks so cute. I just can't get over this little cape. She hasn't worn it. I don't typically leave it on her. And this is only like the second outfit I've ever bought for her. I'll let her wear it a little bit, but you might hear the bells in the background. If it gets too annoying, I'll take it off of her. If it gets too annoying for her. Okay, so I took some pictures so I wouldn't forget to talk about everything I want to talk about here. So I'm going to go back to my pattern. Okay, very, very easy crochet pattern. It's a one row repeat. It's mostly all single crochet. It can hold up to 12 to 13 hooks, pins, markers, makeup brushes, paint brushes if you're a painter. This is the inside part where you have all the channels sewn in, and then here's the back, and then it has ties. So what I did was I chained 44, and then in the second chain from hook, just do your single crochets in every chain until you get to the end. You're going to repeat that for 50 rows, 1 to 50. And then you're going to choose the right side of your fabric. Choose the right side, bottom down, the wrong side face up. And then you're going to fold. You can see where I kind of folded it a little bit, and here's like the edge. So when you put your hooks in, you can have the tips also in there and protected. Get it in there. So yeah, it's all in there and all protected, so the tips of your hooks aren't exposed. And then you can still see, you know, which color. If you go by color coded hooks, then you can clearly see which hook you need. Then you're going to, let's see, once you do your 50. Choose your wrong side face up. So the top section you're going to fold a 1/2 inch down. If you don't have a measuring or a seamstress tape, that's why I also put in there it's equal to about 4 stitches. 1.5 inches to 4 stitches. And I'm using a, what size hook? I used a 5mm hook for this, by the way. 4 worsted weight yarn, 5mm hook. My general rule of thumb is whatever number weight the yarn is, like this is a 4 weight, I go 1 size up and hook. 4 weight, 5 hook. If it's a 5 weight, 6 hook. So that way the stitches are tighter. I do the same thing if I ever do amigurumi, or if I want like a really tight stitch for like scarves or cowls or something. Right now I'm also working on a hooded cowl, so I'll show you that when I'm done with this. Let's see here. And then the bottom you're going to fold up about 4.5 inches, which is equal to about 13 stitches. And the 4 stitches and the 13 stitches I'm referring to is one side of the fabric only, not both sides. I'm not counting this side and this side. I'm only counting one side. So 4 stitches here and 13 stitches here. And that's just in case you don't have a measuring tape or something to measure with. You can just count your stitches and then secure with some safety pins or darning needles, or I use stitch markers typically because I can lock them into place and they won't slide out as I'm working with this. And then the tip I use, once you have these secured in place with your markers, I take one long, just, you don't have to be any certain amount of inches, just eyeball a long piece of yarn, the same yarn that you're the body of your work is. And then I start in the corner. So I start here and do the first channel. I do like a finger width apart, or which is also equal to about maybe 3/4 to 1 inch. So I go up and then I zigzag. I go through one fabric and then I go down and then I stitch along the bottom, and it doesn't matter if it's through both pieces of fabric at this point because you're at the bottom. Then go back up and then go through a couple of stitches through one piece of fabric only and then go back down, and that way you're not having to repeatedly cut your yarn and having to sew in more tails. And then I do another separate strand of yarn for sewing the top channels, and I do the same thing. Just I snake around up and down, up and down, up and down till I get to the end. So I only have 2 tails here to sew in and 2 tails here to sew in. Once you do that, start in any corner, get a new piece of yarn. You don't have to cut it off your skein of yarn. Just start with a new piece and do a slip knot and secure it in any corner. It doesn't matter which corner. And then I crochet, the back is facing me, and I crochet all the way around until I get to the starting corner. Join, tie off your ends. The very last thing I do is I chain 25. I did a little bit longer here, but it's too long. So chain 25 and then join with a slip stitch, chain 25 more, and then go back. You'll chain 1, turn your work, and then you'll go single crochet 25, and then you're just going to join to the slip stitch, I guess, or you could just keep going. You really don't have to join, really. I did this a little bit differently. So chain 25, slip stitch, join, chain 25, chain 1, turn your work, do 50 single crochets all the way across. Then you can cut your yarn, sew in your tails into the tie strings. And then you can put your hooks in your case. And I'm going to put all my hooks in here. And of course, when I end the video, I'm going to make sure all these hooks are in the right place, from smallest hook size to biggest hook size. And then what I like to do is, let me grab a darning needle. You have a bunch of darning needles or some stitch markers. You can just slip a couple in right here on the edge, right there. And that typically stays in. I've never had a problem with this falling out. Then you just roll it up. I love this hook case. I shopped around for a little bit online. I just could not find the hook case that I wanted. You wrap your ties around and then you tie it just like that. And this is great if you want to travel with it, or if you want to put your makeup brushes in here and your eye pencils and your long lipsticks and stuff like that. This would be a really great way to travel with your makeup even. You can make one for jewelry, except if you do one for jewelry, I would do wider channels, maybe like 3 finger widths apart. And you could slip like a necklace in there and put like jewelry sets together, like put a pair of earrings in a baggie, your necklace, and maybe a bracelet or 2 that matches. You could slip it in one channel. You could do this for a number of things. You could even make a pocket where you don't have any channels and you like kept a section right here where it's just one big channel big enough to put your whole hand in. And then you could leave it like that, and that would be good for stitch markers and like maybe seamstress tape, little accessories like that you would need to crochet with. So all kinds of different things you can do with this. You don't have to do this exact design, but I have a pattern written up with that tip to snake around when you're sewing your channels closed. And also, I'm giving this away, and the hook case. I'm giving this whole thing away. The reason for this is, I think it was 2.5 or 3 years ago, right around the time when I first started this crochet channel. I started to fall in love with Furls hooks. They're resin hooks. They also have wooden hooks. They have the sizes imprinted on them. That's a size K, which it also says 6.5 millimeter Furls crochet. This is my favorite color right here in the purples. but the hooks I'm used to have little flat parts on them for your thumb to rest. So they're not quite comfortable for my hands. These were given to me free by one of my YouTube subscribers, which thank you again very, very, very much. I still hope you're watching, and I still hope you're doing good. I won't give away who you are, just in case you want your privacy. But I do thank you for these hooks. I, unfortunately, am not able to use them. Plus, I have so many more hooks. Since she gave them away to me for free, I want to give them away to somebody else for free, to someone else who I think would be able to use them. So if you are interested in possibly receiving these Furls hooks, you get this whole set. There's 7 hooks here. And I'll leave a darning needle in there just in case. I don't have any extra stitch markers right now, but I have a few extra darning needles. There's one still in there. I just put one in there, and then there's, yeah, so I've never had that fall out ever. It works great. So I'm going to give this away for free. Now I'm waiting for my next payday, which is going to be about a week and a half from now. So after that payday hits is when I will be able to ship this off. So in the meantime, if you are interested and want to enter for your chance to win this, I've never been too picky on what type of comment you leave, as long as it's positive. It can be an emoji, a single emoji for all I care, as long as it's positive and you're somehow possibly corresponding to my video. You want to take this off, baby girl? Let me take this off. She's sitting right here next to me on the couch. Isn't she cute? You're so cute, baby girl. You may take this off. She's not fussing about it, really. You're so cute. Say hi. You're so cute. Say hi. Say hi, baby girl. Chin scratches for Raven. Chin scratches for Raven. I know some of you email me or comment like, give Raven chin scratches. So that's that. I wanted to mention a couple of other things. Let's see here. I can remember the right passcode for this phone. I have like so many different passcodes. Okay, so I went through the pattern. Okay, this is what I'm working on now. This is a hooded neck cowl. This is knitted. I just randomly saw this video on Facebook a few days ago. It's not somebody I follow, but in case you knit, her name is, Laura Nelkin Designs is her Facebook channel. Laura Nelkin Designs. And I like how this is striped because I like to improvise. Most of the time I don't follow patterns. I kind of improvise and do it myself. So this is good because I can count how many rows that she's done. And then obviously you can tell where the neck ends and the hood starts, because she increases. And I would say increase every 2 to 3 rows at least. And maybe do 2 increases. I don't know. Don't listen to me. Right now I'm improvising. I haven't even finished this. I'm literally like halfway done. I finished the neck and I've got maybe like 5 or 6 rows on the cowl. On the hood part. The yarn I'm using is, let's see here. I have like 7 skeins of this, and I don't think it's going to take 7 skeins. I think it might take 3, maybe 4 skeins. It's called Berries and Cream. Is the colorway name. This is Premier Yarn. Premier Yarn Color Fusion, if I can talk right today. Color Fusion Chunky. Berries and Cream. So I love burgundies and creams and taupes and grays. It's 109 yards, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 100% acrylic. All my crochet stuff, I like to just do like a light, short wash, lay flat to dry. Doesn't matter what it is. Short, light wash, lukewarm water, lay flat to dry. That's my standard go-to on my care instructions. 5 bulky white yarn. Because it's so plushy and chunky, I'm using a 7mm hook. And here's what it looks like. So the stitches look tight enough. That's the back side. Here's the front side. So I've done the cowl part already. And you can see I've started to increase. So I'm not sure how she has done it. I've seen other patterns to where they go up and down, up and down, up and down, and then they sew a line. and that's for the cowl part. So that's if you want your stitches, your stitch rows to be vertical like this when you have it up over your neck. But mine is going to be like this because I'm simply working it in the round. Less sewing I have to do, the better. I don't really particularly like hand sewing. I do that a bare minimum when I do my yarn projects. So I literally chained 55, and then I'm doing half double crochet all the way around. So chain however number you need to fit over your head, and join with a slip stitch. And then if you want to do single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, it's your preference. I'm doing tighter stitches, but in the fastest way possible, half double crochet. I went all the way around and around and around, and I used one entire skein, which is 109 yards or 100 grams of the chunky bulky weight, number 5 bulky weight. And so from here to here, it's the whole neck part, and that's a whole skein of yarn. What you could also do, learn how to do the foundation chains. There's a foundation single crochet, foundation half double crochet, foundation double crochet. That's where instead of chaining and then going back and doing your stitches, you're doing them both at the same time, and that's a little bit faster if you need to measure without a measuring tape to see how long you need your fabric piece to be. And remember, yarn stretches about 1.5 inches to 2 inches, and your yarn will stretch more over time with use. So it doesn't have to be super tight, but it needs to be slightly loose. But again, remember, your yarn's going to stretch. So when I did single crochet foundation chain 55, and then before I joined, I just held the 2 ends with my fingertips, and then I slipped it over my head. No problem. It wasn't too tight. It wasn't too loose. It was just right. Because again, yarn's going to stretch. So once I got done with the cowl and I added on my new skein of yarn, I started doing the hood part. And now I'm going back and forth. So I chose what's going to be the front of the cowl versus the back. And then I started the front. I go around, chain 1, go back around again, chain 1, go back around again. You get the idea. So that way there's going to be an opening for your hood. So once you have the body of your hood done, you're just going to sew across the top, and then your cowl is going to fit. Let's see. So pretend like this hood is all done, and then your cowl is literally going to go back up inside, just like this. Because yeah, this is going to fold up inside because it's going to go over your neck. Then your neck and the bottom of your face is going to be all covered. I'll show you a picture, okay? I showed you a picture of what the body of her fabric looks like, which is here. Sorry about the ring light. So the cowl, the hood, and then that's what it looks like on your face. So that the cowl is inside the hood. Pretty, 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 pretty. So I think it's best to do like a multicolored yarn with this, because I mean, look how gorgeous that is. I love it. Love it. I like that it's just different colors. So that's what I'm doing there. Along with this giveaway, I'll be more than happy to add 4 skeins of chunky, bulky weight yarn if you want to make your own hooded cowl, hooded neck cowl. Because I have so much yarn. I literally have more yarn than the store I work at does. I don't have more yarn than Hobby Lobby does or Joann's, but I have more yarn than the store I work at does. Big time. I literally have my own yarn store. Some of you guys have seen my short video of all my yarn. I still have yet to do close-ups. I've just been super, super busy, and I will admit a little bit lazy. I don't want to do much after I do my chores. You know, I do a couple of chores when I get home from work. I got my third load of laundry almost done. My dishwashers got done running. Feeding the pets, fed myself. I watched a sermon online today because I didn't go to church. This mean weather, it literally started sleeting on the streets and stuff before I got off work. My shift usually ends like around 7 a.m. Sometimes I don't get out till later, depends on what's going on. But by the time I got out of the work this morning, the streets and sidewalks were already a little slick. and it was windy. I almost got blown away just walking to my friend's car. So yes, I got a ride home today. A couple things, other things I wanted to mention. Oh, I made this for Christmas. This is one of those loveys. It's a naked Grinch doll I bought from Walmart. And this is for a 2-year-old boy, so I made his lovey just a little bit bigger. I think I ended up doing like 17 rows. And the yarn I used is not in here. I might have another skein of it, so let's go get it real quick. Let's go get it. Hang on. Let me take this off, you baby girl. Let me take this off. Okay. I took her thing off. That's what it looks like off of her. And this is so cute. I couldn't resist. I had to buy that. So this is the yarn I used. And I literally just used one whole skein of yarn. Now, I lost it chicken, so I wasn't able to finish the last row of that granny square lovey. So I used just a tiny bit more of a second skein of yarn. And it's also by Premier Basics Marl, which is marble. Premier Basics. It's a worsted weight number 4. This colorway is called Caribbean Marl, M-A-R-L. So it's like a marble effect. Now I don't have the actual piece here with me, but I took a picture of it because it's already been gifted for Christmas. And then I put tassels on each of the corners. And it kind of went along with this other gift, kind of, but it was also separate. This is the boy it was for. He's my nephew. That is a Jesus doll I got for him, and the blanket he's wrapped up in, he literally has pictures of the manger scene. You know, Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus and the angels, and the words on it says, peace on earth. Peace on earth. So I think that was one of his favorite Christmas presents, because that blanket, he was wrapped up in it the whole rest of the day at his great-grandma's, which is my grandma's. My sister's babies. And let me see here, something else I wanted to say. I still post some of my crochet projects on my Facebook page. My Facebook page, I will link that down below in case you want to go check it out. It's mostly Christianity stuff, because I'm telling you, we're living in the end times, and some of these news headlines are literally coming straight out of the Bible. You don't have to listen to this. You don't have to believe in this. But I've seen way too much proof to deny what's going on with the Bible and stuff and how everything correlates with it. But if you are interested in seeing my page for any reason, you want to see my crochet projects, you want to, I'm posting tips and tricks. I literally just found a homemade cough syrup recipe. 4 ingredients, and you just cover it with honey, and you let it marinate for 24 hours. It's great. I'm about to do it myself in case I get sick, which thank goodness I haven't. It's just basic allergies. But my profile picture, this is so cute. My profile picture, if you want to find me, is this. This is not my artwork. This AI artwork is from Caroline Hammonds, which I found on Facebook, and it was free to use as long as you don't sell it. She didn't necessarily say you had to give her credit for her art, but I prefer to do that. As an artist, I think it's respectful to give credit to the rightful artist. It's not nice to steal people's stuff. Plus, it's breaking one of God's 10 commandments. Thou shalt not steal. It's not good. So it's a beautiful picture, and if you're interested, there is a verse that's with it. I think it's 1 Peter 1:18-19, if you want to look that up. And that's about it. I'm going to finish this cowl. Oh, I do have one more thing to show you. A big project I just finished. I'm so proud of myself because it took me forever to do it. Forever to do it. And I'm never, ever, ever going to make a blanket like this ever again. I like to make C to C, corner to corner blankets because they work up so much quicker. I do about not quite half, almost half, but not quite half. If you've ever done a C to C corner to corner blanket before. They're super, super easy. I can also leave a link for that below too, if you are interested in seeing that pattern, because it's complicated at first. It took me about maybe like a week to really understand the pattern and get it down. And once I did, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. But when you do the CDC pattern, I save almost half my yarn. I work in the first part. So it's corner to corner. So your blanket is literally looking like a triangle pretty much the whole time you're working it. When you have a little bit more than half of your yarn left, that's when you need to start decreasing. It takes just slightly a little bit more yarn to decrease because you're doing a few slip stitches every single time you decrease a row, because you need to slip stitch up a couple of stitches so you can start your next decreasing row, and you need that extra yarn to accommodate your slip stitches. So I have it in a blanket bag all ready to go from my work colleague who's already paid for it. It's supposed to be a Christmas gift for somebody in his family. I don't remember if it was his brother or his nephew or somebody in his family. It's for a guy. So I used Manly Colors. He said he wanted a big blanket. So this is literally 72 inches by 84 inches, which is 6 feet by 7 feet, by the way. It's just big enough to cover up my queen size bed. So I made, let's see, 42 squares, which are about 12 inches each. I used a 6.5 millimeter hook with a 4 worsted weight yarn. And I did about 10 rows per granny square. So that's equivalent to about 12-inch squares. So I'll get it out a little bit and show you. And it's heavy. It's only one single row, one single thickness. But because the blanket is so big, it literally weighs like, I don't know, maybe like 8, 9, 10 pounds, something like that. I'm not sure. It's heavy. It's heavy. And it's so warm and comfy. And I just love how it turned out. I also posted a picture of it on the community page, which is right above the crochet hook case pattern. And I think I also put one of my tags on there. Yeah, one of my own tags that I made. Raven's Crochet, RC. Yeah, I know it looks backwards and upside down. Raven's Crochet. And then because I'm full of love, I feel like I'm full of love. Hearts. I put hearts on the back side. You know, love comes from God, and he shows us how to love. And he also shows us how to love through our animals, because you know how our animals communicate with us without us understanding their language. And they literally show us how to love without speaking. And I think that's one of the most purest loves in the world, is having our animals. And we don't have to believe in God. You know, we have free will for that choice. But I think love should be cherished, and it should be reciprocated, and we should show as much love as possible, because we are literally starving for love, all of us. All of us. We all want some type of love, no matter where you get it from. I think the more you're able to show your own love towards people and distribute it among friends and family, the more they will see that, and the more it will encourage others to reciprocate that love. And plus, we need to be spreading love anyways, not hate. That's all I'm going to say about that. I could talk about that a lot more, but that would get into some negativity, and no. So that's all I have today, guys. Like I said, if you want to enter the giveaway for the hook case and the Furls crochet hooks, you get 7 crochet hooks. Feel free to leave any type of comment as long as it's positive. Only 1 comment per person per entry, because we all use YouTube random comment picker, and we filter duplicate users, so everyone has 1 single chance to enter. And the hook sizes you're getting is a, excuse me, you get a 4.5 millimeter. There's a 5.5 millimeter, a 6 millimeter, a 4 millimeter, 4, 4.5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 7, and an 8. This 7's really beautiful. I think this is like peach and aqua blue. And it actually does have a little bit of glitter in it. Isn't that gorgeous? Like a marbled effect. This one is, I think it's a walnut. You can barely tell that it's wood in the camera. It's one of those. This is one of those I think you need to see up close because it's such dark wood. I think it's walnut. And of course it's polished. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And here's the 4.5 black and white marble. These hooks are just gorgeous. And I really do like using them. They're just kind of uncomfortable on my thumbs. So if you don't mind that little slant, these are gorgeous hooks to use. They work well. Your yarn glides over these like butter because it's polished resin, except for the wooden one. It's polished. They polish really nicely so that your yarn doesn't get stuck on them. I think this one's called coffee. You get a coffee color resin and there's a little bit of cream mixing in. Isn't that gorgeous? I love these hooks. They're so expensive. They're almost like $20 a piece. But these were gifted to me, so I'm going to re-gift them to somebody else. And there's the green one. This is my marijuana hook right here. This is the marijuana color. Cute. I don't smoke anymore, by the way. I used to get high a lot. You know, I used to love the practice and the art of grinding it up and loading it in my bowls. I like to smoke out of the water bongs because it's a lot easier on your lungs. We're technically not supposed to be inhaling anything ever, period, anyways, because smoking anything is bad for our lungs. But when I did it, I used the water bongs, and I liked to be able to use the ones with the pinches in the neck, so you can put like little small pieces of ice cubes in there, so you could really cool down your water and inhale through that ice. Nice. It was very nice. But after several years of smoking, it started to make me sick. I would, yeah. So that's the main reason I quit there. Plus, it was getting expensive. The medical marijuana cards are $200 a piece. They only last for 2 years. It's $100 to the doctor, and it's $100 to the card, to the company that makes the cards. What are they called? I haven't checked those emails in so long. It's literally been about, oh gosh, how long has it been? It's maybe 6 months since my card expired. And I stopped smoking about, wow, a month ago. I think I stopped smoking a month ago. Because after my card expired, my best friend, she would still help me get some here and there. But I wasn't smoking the actual flower anymore. I was smoking like the vape carts. But I was getting the live resin because those were not making me as sick as just the regular vape weed carts, the THC carts. So the live resin was a lot easier on my stomach. I was still able to get a high. But then at that point, I only did it when I was done for the day and I was about to go to bed. So I'm really glad. I don't smoke anything anymore at all. And I have Jesus to thank for that. Because when you truly, truly want to follow Jesus, he helps you quit your bad habits. It's hard. He doesn't do everything for you. Just like your parents don't do everything for you. Generally, you know, you don't give handouts. You help someone who's also trying to help themselves. You have to put in your own effort to try to work on things. If you truly want results on something, you have to put in your own effort and your own strength in order to get the results that you want. But you have Jesus to help you along the way, or your parent, your partner, your friend to help you along the way. You know, that person you can trust in. And yeah, Jesus has been amazing for me. And I encourage you, if you haven't already, find yourself a private moment. You don't have to believe in Jesus. All I'm suggesting is that you find a private moment alone by yourself. You call it your little prayer closet or whatever. Some of us call it that, because he likes it when we pray to him in secret, so that we can be true to ourselves, so we can be true to him. If you ask him to prove himself to you, he will. He has for me. He has for thousands of others. I'm hearing testimonies left and right. It's very encouraging and uplifting for me to hear testimonies, because these people are literally pouring out their heart and soul over what they've done privately. And they're tearing up every time that they voice their testimonies. Even I do sometimes, because I just can't get over the fact of what all he's done for me in my life. There's just too much proof to deny Jesus for me anyways. So if you don't believe in him, if you believe in a God or whatever, but you're not sure, or you are sure, whatever, but you don't know for sure about Jesus, just ask him in secret, and in his perfect timing, he will reveal himself to you like he has for me and thousands of others. So that's all I've got today. I hope for overall that this video was okay for you guys. I'm really trying to be genuine and honest and sincere, and not too intruding on your beliefs if they are different. I thank you for watching my videos, even if it's just for the crochet and you don't want to hear the religion babble. I completely get that. To each their own. But I love you. I respect you. I'm praying for you for your benefit, because Jesus literally wants nothing but the best for you. And I want you to be happy. And I want you to have what you need. And if you need help, or if you need someone to talk to, you're more than welcome to email me. If you want to talk crap, I don't mind that either. You can email me. Just please don't talk crap in the comments, because I will delete them. You want to be respectful for the whole public, because there's too much crap online to be doing that in people's channels. I think this one place I want to leave it positive. So spread positivity, spread love, spread encouragement, and stay true to yourself. And happy crocheting. I hope everyone is having a great weekend. If you're in Oklahoma, stay warm. I love you guys. Happy crocheting. Bye-bye.